Welcome back again. We're going to do another grammar lesson today, and this particular grammar lesson is Grammar Subunit 1, Lesson 3. And in this lesson, what we're talking about is the simple predicate. Remember our last grammar lesson, we did the simple subject. Subject and a predicate is what we require for a sentence. A subject is the thing or place or person or idea that is doing something. Predicate is what it's doing. Okay? So, in this situation, the main predicates you're going to come up with are verbs. Okay? Verbs are action words. Something has an action associated with it, and the verb is that action. Running, falling, swimming, hoping, crying, writing, whatever. All of those things are actions. Tackling, that's an action. In this situation, we were sharing stories about a moment from lunch during sharing time. I saw it across from my friend Pilar. Okay, we were sharing stories about a moment from my lunch during sharing time. So, sharing, were, sat. Those are all verbs. Were is the past tense of the form of the word to be. I am, you are, we are. Were is we were, they were. All right, it's past tense. Sharing. I was sharing. I was getting something to someone else. That is what sharing is. Makes sense? And then the last one, sat. I sat, he sat, we sat. It is a thing that we do. We sit. And in the past, it is sat. Those are your three answers. A, B, and E. She was showing how gross her ham and egg sandwich was by including details about how the egg looked fake and the toast looked moldy. So, which things are verbs here? Was, because she was. Looked. Her sandwich looked fake and the toast looked moldy. And showing, right? Showing is a verb. It's the present tense of to show. I'm going to show you something, so that's correct. A, B, and C are the correct answers here. Her response was better than I expected. The question here, and you got to look at these sometimes, because if you just blithely click through, which one shows a state of being? The verb to be. I am, you are, we are, he was, they were. Was. He was. That is the only one that expresses to be. Don't let that one trick you, okay? I'm going to let you guys do 4 and 5, like I always do. On to slide 3, simple predicate. Now, we did the simple subject the other day. The simple predicate is when you take away everything else that provides fluff, everything else that gives you extra data that you maybe don't need. The simple predicate is just the action, just what took place. New York City bustles with activity. New York City bustles with activity is extra description. What it's doing is bustling. The kids in Mr. C's algebra class studied cooking during elective block. Who are the people? The kids. What are they doing? They're studying. I was sneezing all day during pollen season. Trust me, I feel you there. Let's talk about what this was. I was sneezing all day during pollen season. Okay, so sneezing is what I was doing, right? But I have to set the tone for when I was sneezing. Was sneezing, because you're indicating when this occurred. It's not I am sneezing, that would be fine too. And it's not just was, because it's not just that I was sneezing. This is a helper verb that goes along with it to provide us with the conjugation to say when this took place. So was sneezing is the correct thing here. So go ahead and select 3, and then let's go ahead and go to slide 4. Slide 4 is asking us what an auxiliary verb is. What an auxiliary verb is it's a verb that helps another verb work. Meaning, in this situation, they should go to the movies. Should is part of the verb. They should go. If it just said they go, then they went. But in this situation, should is indicating kind of like a need, a motivation, right? They should go. That is the helper verb. So should go, B is correct. The stampeding elephants will not be able to stop quickly. Let's think about that. Stampeding. Is that a verb? Could be. But in this case, it's just describing which elephants, right? The stampeding elements. Will not be. Can we take any of those out? We could, but does it change it? If we just said the stampeding elements will be able to stop fast, great. It's a different thing though. Will not be. All of those have to go together. They provide context for the stampeding elephants. So will not be is correct. I would have earned a better grade on an easier test. Well, I bet you would have. Get it? You would have earned. If you take some of those words out, it changes it. Would have earned. All those are required to go together. You need to have the context of the would have earned. You would have what? I would have earned. I would have gotten. I would have received. All of those mean different things. I would have earned is the full thing. So that's those three. You can do the last two on your own. Let's go to compound predicates. Compound predicates are a bit more complicated. What a compound predicate is it's things that all go together and maybe give us options or multiple verbs, right? I like to play soccer, read books, and ride my bicycle. So what do I like to do? All those things, right? You can't take one. What if instead I said, I like to have pork or chicken? I've got two different things here. I like pork and I like chicken, but I pick one at a given time, probably, although I'm sort of fat, so I might have both. You get it? So, Hannah either walks, takes the bus, or takes the train to school every day. How many things does Hannah do in this? She could do 3, but it specifically says either. So she only does one thing. She either takes the bus, takes the train, or walks. She doesn't do all 3. Make sense? Go ahead and hit save and continue. Go to the second one. She takes an envelope out of her handbag and puts it in front of him. How many things does she just do? 2, correct. She took out an envelope and she put it in front of him. That's 2 things. Third one. Willie took Walter's money and went off to Springfield. Although this is also a tongue twister, how many things are being done? He's taking the money and he's going to Springfield. 2. Easy enough. That's it. That's compound predicates. Hopefully you guys get that. Hope this was an easy lesson. And I will see you guys all for the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please email me. If you need any clarification, I'm always here. Enjoy the rest of your day.